Welcome back to Games Revealed. I am James and also the Brink, and we are one community. And in so doing the one community kind of thing, we do a weekly live stream on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific, or my time, it's 8 p.m. So it's a little late, as always. Not that late, depends on when you go to bed. I had a little bit of technical difficulties with the lights and let the time go over a little bit. Okay, welcome, Andre, Wolf, the Icarus. How are you guys doing? I'm toying around obviously with the stream stuff and making sure that there's a little bit of time for people to pop on in. Now, I'd love to say I have the most exciting stream tonight. I do. Not actually. We're going to be talking a lot of things October, a lot of things concerning Legion and whatnot, but nothing really news-wise. There's only a couple of really big things, and they're really short in the sense of news. It's not big this week. Now, if you have something to say otherwise, if you have a different take that there's a lot of good news going on. I mean, I'd like to get more into game news, and I try to. There's the game news, hardware news, all that stuff. It's hard when there's a lot of little things to determine which ones are most important. If there was a new hardware piece coming out, like Switch 2, I mean, I guess we could get into the Switch 2 a little bit. But yeah, the docket is Legion Go, Switch 2. We got a couple of games, including Alan Wake 2, coming out this month that we're going to want to keep an eye on. I'm going to talk about Tony Hawk 2 on the Steam Deck, and then also, I know I always say this, but unless a lot of people join, a lot of topics are added, we're going to have another short day today. We'll have a short day today, meaning we'll stream on the Brink some more. So, how is everyone doing? Let me switch on over. Oh, and Wolf's doing well. Good. I do want to tweak this live stream a little bit. I know I tweak a little. Oh, there we go. There's everyone. I needed to switch over. Okay. Sorry. I missed a lot of people's stuff. I will go back through and say hi to everyone. Sometimes chat is kind of effed up. So, like the chat thing I have through OBS. OBS is having some hiccups. So, let's see here. If you do have a topic you want me to talk about tonight, let me know. I know I've been working on this for a while, but I am working on something for my live streams to help you interact with them better. So, let us get on over. Is it this one? Nope. Okay. Just going to adjust a couple things. Okay. And those things are it's going to make the live streams a lot better, a lot easier, and a lot more fun to interact with, including, giveaways and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see. Andre, still on vacation, been walking about all over, taking photos and flying my drone. Ooh, that sounds like a fun time, Andre. Playing older games I had on Steam to get over them, currently on Dirt 5, and Deliver Us the Moon. Deliver Us the Moon, 100%. Old race, I mean, I still play Hot Pursuit a lot, so I can get behind playing some older racing games. And then Andre, he's going to get the sequel to Deliver Us to Mars, which I think that is the one, and it looks really good. Well, okay. They both look really good for indie games. I know the second one didn't do as well, but I'm curious on those. Okay, let's get back into chat. Let's see. Welcome, Side Streets. How's it going? LoJack, roar. How is it going, LoJack? You're just like my son, loving those dinosaurs. Okay. Let's see. Raichi, welcome. FSR 3 frame generation works on your GPU. Yeah. Oh yeah, the new Assassin's Creed stuff. Let me gear some of that up for you. FSR. I need to do better at tracking things because I thought I covered some of the stuff last week, and I did not. So let me get a couple of these things queued up. So Assassin's Creed Mirage has some interesting stuff, and Crazy from the Discord server has been filling me in on so many good things. Let's see. We're going to hit games towards the end of this stream, and we're going to start out with hardware in today's stream. So, once again, if you have anything else you want to talk about, make sure to slap it on in there. I'm always happy to have more. Spider-Man 2. When did that come out already? I apologize. It does not. It comes out on the 20th. Okay. I will leave that for another time. I'm not I like the Spider-Man movies. I'm not the biggest Spider-Man game fan. I know people know this, and I am so sorry. With so many games out there, I have to limit my time on certain games. Okay, guys. Let's do this. First up, the most important news I think that people know about is that the Lenovo Legion page is not loading fully on Best Buy. The Lenovo Legion Go is out for pre-order. You can pre-order the 512 gigabyte or the 1 terabyte versions now. Let me throw the link on in here. Ooh, I also do have a partnership, and maybe I'll announce that like halfway through or towards the end, where you'll get discounts, I get kickbacks and stuff. So, okay, so let's do this. The Lenovo Legion Go, I have not reserved it yet or pre-ordered it, and is my chat updating? I haven't seen. I really don't know if it's struggling or not. Someone say something just to make sure the chat's working. Okay, so the Lenovo Legion Go is something I am going to pre-order. I've mentioned it multiple times. I'm waiting for my next paycheck. Once I get my next paycheck, then I plan on slapping it down on. I'm trying. Man, do I? Okay, I'm just making sure that the live stream is going okay. Let's kill that. Chris. Oh, hey, welcome. I sent you pics of the Tony Hawk skateboard, selling it for $50 on Instagram. Okay, I'll check that out. I'm really bad at checking my Instagram sometimes, Chris. So I have a program that checks certain things on it, but I don't check DMs as much as I should. Yeah, I'm just really bad. I need to do better with Instagram and Twitter. Why is this not loading? Maybe it's a skew. I don't know. But that's really frustrating. Let's kill that skew in there. Maybe that's causing some issues. Oh, no. It needed the skew. Interesting. It needed the skew. Cascooter, welcome, man. So, I am going to be picking this up with my next paycheck. I plan on doing a combined Steam Deck, ROG Ally, and Lenovo Legion comparison, and then I'm going to probably sell one of the devices. Probably not the Steam Deck, obviously, but I'm going to sell one of the devices because I have no need for 3 of these. I will try to do a comprehensive. I've been looking at stuff with the ROG Ally, and I've been doing some comprehensive stuff, but I plan on doing a comprehensive looky-loo video, whatever it is, on this topic. So be warned, I guess. I have a feeling that now, it doesn't have VRR, so we'll see how big of a deal that is for me when playing with the Legion Go as opposed to the ROG Ally. We shall see. So I definitely plan on, I don't know. I do think this is going to be the one is going to win out over the Ally. Not just, I actually really like the Ally. I just want an 8-point-inch screen. I wanted an 8-inch screen is what I've wanted. I said it a year ago on the Steam Deck. I wanted just a 1 inch more, a little bit more resolution. The FSR can push it to look nice. It really shocks me how little people, I mean, the only thing is that it does eat up battery, and that is probably my biggest concern. The VRR is a concern. I did do a podcast on this already, so you can go listen to my podcast on the perfect device. VRR is not as much of a concern, but still could be. It's the one that's unknown for me between the two different devices. It doesn't bother me on the Steam Deck as much, but we'll see. The battery, though, is very similar to the, wow, this website does not want to load. Maybe there's a lot of people buying it right now. Which doesn't seem right. This is just the battery, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? Chat, what is it about the Legion Go that you like and don't like? Now I'll read through some stuff while you guys are answering. Rachie, the Legion Go is also nice. Windows tablet should be great to browse the internet. Yes. It will be fine to browse the internet, of course. It has a big enough screen. It will be not quite. I do think 10 inches, unless it's a different form factor, is just too big because we have that other device that's out or coming out that's 10 inches. I don't know if it's horrible, but it might be exceeding the size that I'd want. Plus, it has bezels. This is near bezel-less, and I really like what Legion Go is looking like from the screen side of things. Everything else, Cascoder Anthony Hawks. Are you talking about Tony Hawk's professional skateboarding runs great on the deck? It does. We're going to get to that in a second. Chris, going to pre-order Lenovo Legion Go on the 15th. Nice. Yeah, same. That's payday. Andre, RoboCop Rogue City demo seems like fun. Oh, there we go. That's right. I completely spaced that coming out soon. I don't know. I always look up release dates. I need to do better at this, but yeah. In the sense of, I look up release dates, forget them, and then they change, and it's just, you never know when a release date, or when something's releasing and whatnot. Brian, welcome. Cascoder, Legion invalidates the Ally to me on paper and feature set. Well, so the VRR is a big one for a lot of people. I swear, like a quarter to half the comments whenever I make a video on the Legion Go or some other thing is VRR. So I think there's another, maybe another content creator or something like that really likes VRR. I don't know. I don't think it's the biggest deal yet, but who knows? I need to see it when it comes out. Don't get me wrong. I do think variable refresh rate is a good feature and should be standard, but we'll get there. Chris, are you going to buy the 512 or the 1 gigabyte or the 1 terabyte? I am most likely going to be, so it's $50 more for the 1 terabyte. I'm tempted to get the 512. Honestly, I want to know, because I can't buy it for another 10 days. I want to know which one will get to me faster. That's more important. Yes, $50 is a lot of money, honestly. But more important, I want to get to me faster. And so whatever one, and I don't know if I know. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out to see who's bought more. Probably the 1 terabyte. I wouldn't be surprised if 1 terabyte's been purchased more. But I don't mind swapping it out and doing a video on it. I want to do a video on all. In fact, I shouldn't do a video on opening my ROG Ally if I'm going to sell it, but I need to do a video on. I would like to do some more streams where I'm updating everything. I need to do it. So there's no point in me getting the 1 terabyte if I'm going to update it, upgrade it, that is. And I'd prefer to have a 2 terabyte nowadays. I really like the 2 terabyte. I don't know if I want to spend the money on a 2 terabyte, but I do like it. Okay. So, yeah, it's really hard to say that the Legion Go completely destroys the ROG Ally and outdates it. It's going to be very similar when it comes to performance, with a few exceptions. The armory is actually really good with the ROG Ally. And like I said, the VRR, but the battery, from my understanding, the battery is similar, right, in the Legion Go as the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck, in the sense of about size-wise. It might be a little bigger, but that means that it's probably going to burn through that battery much quicker. We'll see, though. Oh, Chad. Oh, no, my M key is messed up for some reason. Well, that's weird. Hope you get that figured out, Chad. The Icarus, I think I'm going for a modded 3DS over and Legion Go. The Icarus, that's not a bad idea. A modded 3DS over if there's a lot of 3DS games you really like and you want to go with the modded, go with it. Brian, I think the mouse like attachment is clever. I think it's clever. I think it's useful. I'm going to be like, I think maybe hardcore shooter people might try to get used to it. I think for a lot of other people, it will be interesting to see if they actually use it. So, Side Streets, The Little Things YouTube channel has a few video. Oh, okay, The Little Things YouTube channel has a few videos of Legion Go that demos the UI. Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out, Side Streets. Thank you. Let's there's so many YouTube channels. Let's give that a check out. Does the Go have free sync? That's the thing. I don't think so. That's the VR, right? So we'll see if it does at the end of the day. It looked like it was going to have it, and then they pulled it last minute potentially. Is this it? I don't think that's it. That's definitely not it. Oh wow, that's an interesting one. Okay, so this is Fen. Oh, Fen the Deck did a thing on it. What? Man, he does a lot of. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit of
really excited.
Hold up. So, where is this all popping into? Like, wow. Yeah, this is why I'm not like a full-on journalist. Okay, so, okay, that's a rabbit hole we can go down later if we want. Okay, moving on to what you guys are still saying here. Brian, if we're on the tools of handhelds, I'm curious if the PlayStation Portal is on your radar. Technically a streaming device, but it seems to be getting solid pre-orders. Yes, I think people were a little apprehensive. I said from day one. I think I believe you could correct me. There might be one stream where I potentially was more down on it. It's not really my type of device. I wouldn't be surprised if it went on sale for like $50 off. Me purchasing at one point when I have enough money in the reserves, but for testing and whatnot. I think it's going to do well enough. I don't think it's going to do amazing because there's a lot of things that are a part of it that just are missing. It doesn't feel like a complete device. And I have a feeling that their roadmap is that once their services get better, their online game streaming services, that they're going to flip the switch and they're going to add that to that device. Then that device will become very different. Xbox, and the reason I say this is Sony's going to be competitive with Xbox. They could do it with this device. I think because Xbox is going the route they're going, which is in 10 years, potentially mostly just streaming, not like streaming your games, not really any other device, like hardware, except for an Xbox controller. We'll see after their next one. Their next gen console might be it. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if Sony is making some plans with their handheld. I would be really shocked if they didn't include that. I like it. It's on my radar, the PlayStation Portable, the Portal that is. It's not something I'm going to get right away. It just doesn't give me, I don't play my PlayStation 5 enough right now to do that. The biggest thing that I need to play is, and I'm kind of waiting for the PC, just holding out because I have other stuff to play, is a Ghost of Tsushima. I need to finish it. And I'd rather just start it over again on my computer or Steam Deck. Farouk, the Legion space looks horrible. Hope they fix that ASAP. I purchased the 1 terabyte. Wait, why does the Legion space look horrible? Oh, like 512.1, like this is pretty common. Like ROG Ally has 512, does it even have a terabyte? Steam Deck has 64, 256. I mean, to be honest, the Steam Deck needs to really change their SKUs because the 256 is just kind of, they should drop the 512 price down to the 256 and just drop the 256 out. It's when you can put 2 or 3 modern games on a device that eats up that's it. That's how much more it holds. That's ridiculous. Just drop it. The Uzu will be amazing on the Odin 2. Yeah, that's why I've heard the Odin 2 is going to be like really good for emulation. But I don't know if I don't know. I want to care. I like my current Odin. I just don't know if I'm going to care about this one enough, guys. There's so many different devices, and if I can configure just one of my devices to be set up to do most of what I needed to do, then then that's all I need. I'm getting fatigued on all these devices already. Even though I do need to up the content on a topic. Sorry, let's see. Chris, thinking about selling RG Ally, I don't need 3 PC handhelds. Exactly, Chris. Because I do the channel stuff, I want to be informed, and I need to make more content on all this stuff. I got the ROG Ally, and I'm going to be getting the Legion Go. Beyond that, we'll see. I don't want to lose my money on the Ally because I'm assuming I'm going to lose some money on it by selling it. But it's just the way it is right now. Raichi, I'd rather play on the PlayStation Portal than any 18.9 phone. You talking about like 18.9 inch phone? Or yeah, if you're a Sony fanboy, if you're someone that loves the PlayStation and you don't want to play it at your TV or wherever it's hooked up, then the Portal is amazing. And I even have played and beat games on my phone with a controller from the PlayStation because I was lazy. It was cold. It was during the winter, and sometimes I don't like to be in certain areas because it's cold even with a blanket, and I could be cuddled up in my bed. Yeah. Diablo 4 is coming to Steam on October 17th. I feel bad for buying it already on Blizzard. I know. Oh, well, at least I played Diablo 4 before it got bad. Cascoder, I know. It's crazy. It's cool that a lot of games are coming to Steam, though. Like Blizzard games, that's crazy. Raichi, I'd love to see StarCraft 2 on Steam. Then I don't have to worry about all these different devices. Raichi, PS Cloud is superior to xCloud. xCloud only has a bigger cloud availability. Why is it superior? I've played both. They seem fine. Just more different games. Brian, that's fair. Thanks for the take. Yeah, no problem. Let's see. I like the PlayStation Portal. It's just, Whoops. Yes, and Chad, you need to get Ghost of Tsushima on the PlayStation 4. It's awesome. Gundorian Slayer, I just bought Legion Go 751. Nice. It's a good one. It's the one like I said, when I set down to go buy it, I'm going to try to see if I can figure out how many, which I doubt I will, of which one. maybe, I don't know. There needs to be a poll done. Like, hey, which one did you end up buying? Or maybe I'll do a poll on Games Revealed, like, which one are you buying? Or would you get? I know it wouldn't be realistic, but at least it gives me some data that's beyond what I have. Chris, I really want a PC, PlayStation, or a PC Xbox Series X handheld. Yeah, a portable is what I'm assuming. Rachie, I meant an 18:9 ratio phone. Okay, you need to do an X in there, don't you? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the phones are bad for that. I agree with Raichi. Gundorian Slayer, I got 3 computers that will be more playable than my desktop now. Well, Atari, VCS, AMD laptop, and a Legion Go. More playable than your desktop. Wait, how old's your desktop, Gundorian Slayer? The Icarus, I eventually get an ROG Ally. Gonna save up for it and get it when I can find the Z1 Extreme model when the price of it used goes down once the Z2 device comes to the market. When is the Z2 device even announced yet? I haven't seen anything quite on that. I'd assume so. But yeah, Gundorian Slayer had enough money for this one. This one has my features I needed. Well, there you go. Do it. Necrosphere. Chris, yes. Okay. It probably was in the... Is it in the roadmap? The Z2 Extreme... There's a Z1. Let's see here. Is it going to be prefaced like this? No. Yes? No, that's the Zenith. Okay. So, Necrosphere. Hey, well, how's it going, Nick? With the Legion Go being the same as the ROG Ally Extreme, what's your opinion on what would be the better device to purchase? I'm good with my Steam Deck. Honestly, Necrosphere, I would recommend waiting until Legion Go comes out. I think there's a couple of unknowns that people tend to forget. Some people definitely don't forget, and that's the VRR and the battery. And the size. If you think the Steam Deck's already too big, the Go is a little bit bigger and will be something that you might want to avoid. There's a lot to it. The Legion Go, there's a lot to the Legion Go. And when people get these devices, preview devices, that is, they try to be as nice as they can. So they keep on getting devices. So I am curious myself, but I would wait until it comes out and more information's on it before it. If I was to be a betting man, I have a small feeling that the Ally is going to be the slightly more balanced device. Meaning if you want something that you can pick up, play easily, everything else, the Ally is going to be the one you're probably going to want to get. There's no continual issues with the SD card. I believe they fixed it. So if I was a betting man, that's probably what it is. What I'm hoping is Legion Go, because I like the 8.8-inch screen. And I do want to see their software some more. Gundorian Slayer, it has NVIDIA GeForce TI 1050, if I said that right. I think it's outdated. Wait, whoa, hold up. What has the 1050 Ti? Which one? Not the Z2. Raichi, I tried many devices and xCloud has less compatibility with lower end devices, the image glitching and a lot of input lag. But devices using high-end Snapdragons have good xCloud experience. Oh, interesting. So PlayStation just has a little bit better compression and encoding system. The Icarus, not yet, but do you think they will come out sometime next year? It hasn't been announced yet, but I'm sure the Z2 will be announced. Yeah, I can guarantee you that's probably going to be the chip for portable handhelds. This is going to be a new thing. We're going to get refreshes every year or two. Just plan on it. Gundorian Slayer, this will be my first PC handheld. Nice, Gundorian. Chris, for me, the bigger the better for me. Yes, Chris. I mean, depends. It's got to be little practical. This is almost a 10-inch screen or a 9-inch screen. Obviously, it's off by 4 inches. But Yeah, I actually, this is a little bit more than I was expecting it to be when it was announced. I'm pretty happy, but we'll see. It might be, yeah, no, I don't see any downside for the most part. You can listen to the podcast that I talk about the screen size and some of the reasons to have a bigger screen size. Not a killer deal. Like my Steam Deck still works great. If I wasn't, I like new things. I like shiny things. I like learning about new things. So if I wasn't doing this, then I probably would have stuck with Steam Deck for a while. Even if I was, I might have upgraded to either the ROG Ally or the Legion Go and got a eGPU. That's one of the things I really think that Valve is just really messing up on for the power users. Once again, it's a power user thing. Doesn't mean everyone's going to get an eGPU, but man, doing dock play on my main TV with that would be amazing and would really prevent me from having to do any other extreme things to play upstairs. Raichi, the Legion Go actually looks like a professional machine when docked. The Legion Go looks like a Lenovo PC in some ways, and that's not a good thing. That's not a compliment. Steve, welcome. I have a Steam Deck and ROG Ally, but since I have my Ally, I had to RMA, so thinking about the Legion Go to replace my Ally. I would, once again, it comes out on the 31st. It comes out on Halloween, which is hilarious. I'd love that, I guess. Except for I'm going to be out trick-or-treating with my kids, and it better not get delivered that day. I would wait until the 31st to make your final decision on that. But I do think the Legion Go is going to be plenty for a lot of people. Too bad graphics cards are expensive. Well, yeah, Gundorian Slayer. The nice thing, though, is that they are. And if you don't have a main PC, if you just have one, that's what makes it... For most of you guys, I would recommend getting the ROG Ally or one of these newer devices with an eGPU and just getting obviously diminishing returns. Get yourself a nice mid-high level GPU to slap into it, or get, the ROG Ally already has them built in. Get like the 4080, might be a little overkill for a laptop size, but the linking system in this should get good to utilize the device quite a bit, the eGPU. You'd have yourself just the perfect PC, almost, with some exceptions, but it is like, I honestly think in the next 10 years, as much as I don't want to say this, I hope we figure out some like maybe cool eGPU casings and cool ways to do that. I think the traditional desktop might diminish a little bit, and we're going to get a lot of replacements with these really nice upgradable systems that, hey, I got the next new device, my eGPU is compatible with it, I can just plug my next new device in and I can be on the go and just have one device. I think that's pretty nice. Laptops also can take that into account, so laptops are also that, but laptops still have some limits, still have a lot of things to it, so we'll see. It depends on what type of gamer you are. That's the beautiful thing. There's so much going on in the future that we'll see if we can even predict it. I do like my predictions, though. Gundorian Slayer, I would afford them better. Well, I don't know what the prices are. Yeah, they're between... I can't even get. I know the ones I typically want are around $700 to $800. The other one that I'm potentially looking at is like $1,200. Okay, FSR 3.0 is your hero. It is technically. I don't think it's really that great on it won't be that great on the deck yet, but we'll see. Only Immortals and Forspoken have FSR currently. FSR 3 will be added to a lot of games. From my understanding, it's not going to be very difficult, and a lot of games already have it technically baked in, depending on what API they're using. It's just not flipped on. So, Gundorian Slayer, how many handhelds do you have games revealed? I have the ROG Ally, the Steam Deck, my other ones are are stored over here. I have the INU Air, which it has some issues. The OLED is awesome, but it's not color balanced properly. I will tell you right now, when certain games you play it, it feels like your eyes are bleeding. And the speakers really suck on it. They're really loud, but they're so off in some weird ways. I just don't like it. The Odin, though, is a nice Android device. I like it for playing Android games and some emulators. That's it. I mean, I have technically 3 Steam Decks in the house. One's my wife's, one's mine. The other one is broken and only works if you have the controller pad or the controllers disconnected. Now, I could potentially get 2 daughter boards and replace them, and that would probably fix it. But I'm waiting for more Steam Decks to get broken, fix it, and then potentially sell it or give it to a friend. Yeah, Gundorian Slayer, it's broken. There's something wrong. I bet you one of the something. It was an issue that it had on and off, and then finally happened. It's probably something simple if you're really, really good at diagnosing. But for me, I could just replace the daughter boards and it'll work. I can almost guarantee it. Raichi, the Legion Go doesn't have the ThinkPad nipple. I never thought I'd read something like that. So, nipple me this, Raichi. Are you sure? And can you milk it? I'm not going to even reference that movie. Everyone knows that. So, who knows? Maybe it's hidden somewhere. More horrible jokes hidden in that joke or whatever we're talking about. It doesn't need it with the way everything is. Okay, let's see here, chat. We need to move along to the next little bit, but let's see what else you guys have. The Game Boy Color has way better battery life. Doesn't it have like AAAs and that's it? All I gotta say is, if the Legion Go has worse battery life than the Game Gear, the Sega Game Gear, we're in for a lot of trouble. As long as it's rechargeable, I guess, not the end of the world though. That the Game Gear required 6 AA batteries and only lasted a few hours. So you want to talk about going through e-waste with batteries? Jeez. Not really e-waste, but waste with batteries and pocket money. Jeez. I think my parents eventually got some rechargeable for that. Chris, I'm like you. I don't really care about having big battery that lasts a long time. Yeah, 100%. I don't really need it. Like if I'm on a flight, I'll adjust my games to, if I want to play longer, I'll adjust my games, the settings and everything. I'll also have a battery pack. And at the end of the day, if I have to listen, I've been listening to an audiobook I have a couple audiobooks I like to listen to. And I've been listening to one recently, and I have my podcast. I have so much entertainment. I'm behind on stuff. So I'm not concerned about battery life when it comes to certain things when I have other devices. Microsoft should really commit to releasing a Windows OS for the handhelds. Brian, they don't even need to do that. They just need to build in a mode. Don't get me wrong. What they need, if they truly cared, they would just be like, hey, the Xbox system works pretty good. The operating system on the Xbox, which is just a heavily modified Windows, let's port this over, allow people to install it on their gaming devices or include a nice hefty little area that says Xbox games and all that. And they could, there's so much that they could integrate and sell their service with, which is what they really want to do. And then still offer easy downloads for Steam. They just bundle in a downloader. It's just download and install. It's super easy. And yeah, they could do it. Microsoft, if you're watching, pay me freaking $100,000 and I'll get it done in like 6 months. I know that sounds like that is a lot of money. 6 months isn't that long. And they'd have to give me, I'd be doing really janky work, but I'll do it. I'll do it for you guys. I'll just bake it into the Revealed project, honestly. Gundorian Slayer, they might be fixable. Sounds like a hardware issue. Gundorian Slayer, my thing's broken. Yeah, it is going to be fixable. It's just broken, right? It's just issues, and I've tried diagnosing it and just couldn't get. Essentially, removing the daughter boards fixed it. Just needing new daughter boards for it. So the prices on these things are crazy. Just be replaced a couple months later. It reminds me of Android phones. Yes and no. So the Legion Go is not a replacement for the ROG Ally. The ROG Ally is not truly a true replacement for the Steam Deck, depending on what your needs are. Yes, it is a lot of e-waste if you're upgrading from one to the other, and people are excited to do it. If you're selling them online, and if this is your hobby, then go for it. Like, if you can sell your ROG Ally for $150 less, $100 less than what you bought it, yeah, it sucks, but at the end of the day, if this is your hobby and you make okay money, go at it, hobby away. Like, it is, weirdly enough, I hate to say this, food is about double, in some cases triple the price it was 8-10 years ago. Like, it didn't even rise with inflation. It drastically overblew inflation on our food going up in costs. Hardware-wise, we have not seen that type of inflation happen. So when inflation's going crazy all over the other places, but it's kind of gone up just more incrementally on some of these devices, you could maybe think of this device being, let's say, $400 10 years ago. That would be amazing, obviously performance-wise, but let's not think about that. Let's just think about, you got to think about it in these types of terms. $700, $699, well, it is a lot of money for me, for everyone. It's not as much as it could be. And the competition that's happening with these has helped that a lot. People forget and they're like, oh yeah, the Steam Deck. Well, the Steam Deck, they hit their price point. They went with an old chipset. They really should have, honestly, the Z1 stuff would have been an amazing chipset for the Steam Deck. And then the LCD screen is their cheapest one is a 64 gigabyte NVMe. I mean, I feel like they could have gone to the bargain bin in China and gotten something a little bit better. There's just a lot to the Steam Deck that I get what they wanted price, and that was their number one key, which is important, I think, is part of the success. But when people pre-ordered, it was a lot more pre-orders for the 512 gigabyte version. Just to goes to show you, most people are willing to spend a little extra for a little more. And that's when I say a little more. The Steam Deck's 512 gigabyte version is just a little more. Albeit it's good if you're not going to upgrade it. It's good. Let's see here. Chad, you just posted something in Discord. Man, making me check out Discord. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. That's my streaming software. There it is, guys. It's your Predator. Is it the controller arm piece? That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. Gundorian Slayer. If only I was Bruce Wayne, I could afford the whole industry. Pff. Dude, if I was Bruce Wayne, I would be buying Valve and telling them to get, like, no, you're building a Steam Deck 2 now. And everyone would hate me there. I don't know what I do. Rachie, if you have money for $700 computer, you have money for a $70 power ring. I do agree with that. It all depends on people's needs, though. So I will also say it really depends on what people need. Gundorian Slayer, if only I was... Okay, yeah. Rachie, please know the Xbox UI is full of ads. I see it every day. It depends on how bad the ads are. I'm very... I don't know how I'm going to feel about ads or not, but yeah. Ads. There's definitely too many ads. There's obviously websites you go to and you're like, okay, this is diminishing returns. You need to target me better. I'm all for ads. I love ads. Target me on what I want to buy, though. Yeah. Cascoder, when Xbox X input is detected, switch to Xbox desktop mode. I agree. It wouldn't be the best way to do it out of the box of Windows, but having it trigger off of it, something like that, when it's asked, like, hey, when you plug in an Xbox or when your Xbox controller turns on, do you want us to switch over to the mode? I agree, Cascoder. I think that'd be good UX. I just think the approach these third parties have where they stack their handhelds with Windows 11 feels like an awkward solution. It is awkward, and people aren't going to like to hear this. It is technically, with the ROG Ally, we'll see with the Legion Go, the ROG Ally, it's a better solution in the long run of the Steam Deck, in the sense of the armory is pretty good. Once you get your games installed, you can play pretty much any game on the Legion or the ROG Ally. I haven't run into a game that doesn't play well enough. Like, everything I've played, with maybe one exception, and that could have changed some updates, plays better than my Steam Deck. At the end of the day, for someone like me, I want to play games at the highest performance I can get with visual fidelity. So I'm always trying to balance between 30 and 60. And somewhere in there, depending on what type of game it is what I'm balancing it for. If you can give me more performance, and even if it eats some of my battery, I'm fine with that. Just how it is. And they have some pretty cool profiling stuff. I do think they allow you to profile based on the game too. So if you want to have two different profiles, I'd have to double check on that on the Armory, but you could potentially have two different profiles. So if there's some games you're like, okay, I want to play this at two different types of like more fidelity here, less fidelity here, yeah, all that stuff. So they priced the Steam Deck low because they were making money off the games. Yes and no. They wanted an entry-level system that people would pay for. They wanted a console-like experience. It's pretty apparent now to this point. They wanted to release a console that was a PC console that uses the Steam library. They've been in the works for this for a very long time. They want to bring Steam to the mainstream. They need to make it priced low enough. Yes. Are they making money off the games just like any other console? Yes. And so I'm not disagreeing with you, Zoe, but they, I think, underestimated how much people would spend on a device, and they went a little too low potentially. But I could be wrong. There's plenty of people that have bought it. I'm sure that I could be wrong on that. Cascoder, the $599 USD dollar 2006 launch PS3 would be $880 in 2023 if calculated based on inflation. Yeah, there you go. Well, okay, depends on what we talk about. There's when we talk about inflation, Cascoder, and this, I don't want to make this a boring stream. Inflation's very different. Okay. What they report for inflation every year and what's actually happened between then and now, drastically different. It doesn't add up. A lot of stuff that we have doesn't add up when you bring inflation into it. Like it's drastically higher. So, yeah, it's a hard scale to go with. Electronics, though, I think you're onto something there, Cascoder, though. Blade Gauntlet piece. Nice, Chad. That's what I showed. Necrosphere, I was smart, bought a 64 gigabyte Steam Deck and slapped a 2 terabyte SSD. Yes, you were smart, and that is the right way to go. Gundorian Slayer, I use Brave, so I block ads. Yeah, that's fine. As long as they're not too intrusive, and you know my take on this. Depending on how you go about it, but it does hurt. Like, if you enjoy content from people, especially small to medium content creators or websites, big ones, yeah, it's a little different. I'm not as feeling as bad for Linus Tech Tips. Even though they do need to make money to pay their employees, they still make so much. I have a little bit harder time, though, with that. But it does hurt people. Yeah, I know. And ads aren't fun. So it's a hard thing. Chris, it took me 4 years to buy a PS5. I'm really happy I bought one. Yeah, I like my PS5. It's sitting right here. It's not hooked up though, and I just don't have a game. I need to go look at some games. Maybe I don't know. I've been so busy with everything else, and I've been working on my game. I've been prototyping my game. I'll have some news. In fact, I'll do some channel updates towards the end. So keep an eye out for that. I'll have some channel updates and my roadmap, like a very rough roadmap of the next 6 months. Chris, it took me like 4 years to buy a PS5. I'm really happy I bought one. Oh, yeah, okay, we already read that, which is awesome. Yes, Rachie, we're going to move on. Chad, Games Revealed, did you see my virtual pet in the corner of the screen? Well, he comes with the Aurora Sync, apparently. I did not, and I will check it out after this. Zoe made a custom gamepad mapping for Ready or Not, and oh my gosh, the gameplay on that deck is so much better. That is kind of interesting, is that sometimes the mappings that it comes with isn't that great on the deck. Hey, Andre, thank you for stopping by for this long. It's been great having you here. Go enjoy your vacation. Go get some sleep. The Icarus says goodnight. Chris, do you think we'll ever be able to buy a Steam Deck at Best Buy or Walmart or Target? Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if with the Steam Deck 2, now that they have proven the Steam Deck to work, I think they were very apprehensive to have partners like American partners beyond what distribution system they already have with this. And maybe it was even hard to get them on because the Steam machine did not do well. Now the Deckard has been exposed to being it's going to be a Steam machine. Maybe with some VR capabilities, we'll see. But yes, let's move on. There's so much news. This is not what I want to move on to. FSR 3, explain what you need to know. So with FSR 3, and I've already explained this, so maybe we won't talk about this too much this time. I'd rather do a full video on it. DLSS 3 and DLSS is a similar thing. What it does really well, and you can look at all this, it does really well at if your game is running at like 50, 60 frames and you want to get more and actually have it run at, let's say, 100 to 120 frames, that's where the FSR 3 really helps. It helps provide faster frame rate with a reduced hit to fidelity. So if FSR 2, you could think of it as in, oh, hey, look, we can get from, let's say, 20 to 30 frames because we'll fill in algorithmically. They say AI, but it's just it's a very, what's AI? It's a complex algorithm. But they're able to fill in resolution or like missing pieces to make it so that the card only has to render so much and then they fill in the rest. It's optimistic optimization, and it's really cool. And so we're able to get a bump. So we get a great performance bump from low-performing devices and low-performing video cards. FSR 3 is on the other spectrum. It's not going to necessarily bump your performance up for, let's say, now that you're at 30 to 40. I do think it could help bump it up a little bit, like from 30 to 31 or 2. But from my understanding, especially on the Steam Deck, we're not going to see much. We will see. You guys can tell me otherwise. FSR, and the reason I say this is that this is really good news if you have an ROG Ally or the Legion Go. FSR 3 will be awesome, and it's going to be, I think, supported out of the gate. So you're not, like, pretty much, I think, any RDNA chip from maybe 2 on or maybe 1 on. So, like, if we're talking about APUs, and the last few generations of AMD should be supporting FSR 3. The deck does not because it has custom stuff. Now, when I say custom stuff, that's very vague. We'll see when the GP, like the drivers will support it. And you guys could tell me if I'm wrong or not. Yeah, so that's how the FSR is supposed to work, is that you're going to be seeing a greater performance to higher frame rates, not from, up to 60. It's usually beyond 60 is where you're going to see the improvements. Yeah. Raichi, we are so lucky Gabe Newell gifted us Steam OS 3. We are, honestly. It's great, and it's going to push Windows. I still don't mind Windows. I use Windows, I use Mac, I use Steam OS almost every day. I like all three. Steam OS, I want it to be my operating system for my games. I wanted to eventually be able to play everything and all my games. That's the only reason I praise the RG Ally and all that with the Windows, is that it at least can play everything. Steam Deck can't quite get there yet. But if they're going for console-like experience, out of all the consoles, the Steam Deck is already the winner when it comes to games supported on it. It's ridiculous. So yeah, let's get back into chat for a second. Chris, do you think we'll ever get battery life like we do on our phones with PC handhelds? And if we do, how long do you think it will have it? It will probably take another 5 to 10 years. Battery tech is being researched heavily. If, as much as we love combustion engines and we hate and this gets a little political because politics affects our daily lives. If the combustion industry or the oil industry didn't stifle electricity and electric cars so much, we would probably have better battery tech at this point, and we'd be singing a different song. There's always new advancements. There's a lot of new advancements in battery tech. A lot more in battery tech that's more solid state and large. And that's actually really good for space travel. But for smaller devices, we are getting there, and it's getting better. It's just we have to be careful. The more you pack in there, the more likely it is to burst and eat your face off. API tech, and we're going to be having to figure out some new standards with shrinking our die. So let's say, I think the newest ones are 5 nanometers, which is crazy. But if you can get from here on out, every time you shrink that thing, it's a huge reduction in power and in heat. When you reduce power, you reduce heat. So we'll see. We're going to be getting better. We're going to be getting some good battery advancements, but we'll see how good. I'm hoping, like you, and also optimization software-wise. There's a reason why the iPhones and everything run really well. It's because they're highly optimized. If we can get some better optimizations on systems like that, maybe there'll be some really cool APIs come out that optimize and don't overrun the GPU and CPU. That could also greatly help with this. Raichi, 40 frames are enough, but 24 frames to 43 gives you more or less 30 frames experience. Yeah, so here's the thing. When you're playing certain games, like action games, if it's faster it is, the more you want frame rate. Like Doom Eternal on my ROG Ally, playing at 100 frames would be awesome. I'm not usually a frame whore. I shouldn't say that on YouTube. A frame person when it comes to this type of stuff. Welcome, Eureka. But there's certain games that it does. I have to argue, it does look nice. So, and the UI experience is more fluid when you have higher frame rates. Like you can check out an old phone, whether it be Android or iOS, that has 60, and the newer ones that have 100 to 120 frames, and you'll notice how nice it is to swipe through that stuff. Welcome to your doom. Yes. So on the fence about Mortal Kombat 1 for the deck, and if I should dual boot my deck, I would wait for some updates on that from both Valve and also from the creators of Mortal Kombat, from the developers. The reason I say that is because that game I feel like could be better optimized for the Switch. Mortal Kombat. Okay, I'm not gonna get the thing right. So this is FSR 3. It's a deal. we're going to see how big a deal it is for Steam Deck once they adapt it. I'm hoping they do, because you got to remember the 3.5 that has VRR and also HDR. Was it HDR support? I think it was HDR support and some other supports. Some people got confused. Those are supports for external monitors and TVs, which is awesome. It should have been done a long time ago. It's not for our main screen though. So something like this, AMD's FSR 3.0, could be useful for a TV or monitor. So I'm hoping that they adapt it soon and we'll see what it can truly do on the Steam Deck. And it should be fully compatible with that chipset. That goes over here. I apologize. And oh yeah, if you didn't know, AMD's best gaming CPU is back on sale again, making a pitch to be the heart of your next I love these titles. Yeah, so it's $100. I think it's $100 off right now. I'll throw this into chat. We just don't have enough time to cover it now. But if you are looking to build yourself a computer, the 6800 is a good chipset. The Ryzen 7 7800, that is. I should probably get this for Susanna. We'll see. I still need to build our PC. We just had other expenses pop up like last month or something like that that needed to be resolved. Okay, so let's get into some game stuff. And this is the first one. So legit waiting for P-Hub tab to pop up. Lol. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. First off, I don't want to go down that subject at all, but I live in Utah, and that doesn't work here. You could look up Utah and that. Okay, so Brian, to NRS credit, the narrative since Mortal Kombat 10 has been very engaging. It has. Honestly, MK1 looks great. I get in the sense of a lot of Brian, I legit bought MK1 on PS5 for the story, and it looks better every gen. Yeah, no, it does. It just looks really bad on the Switch. Yeah, Brian, it is. It's blocked in Utah. I could type it in right here, and you'd see. But I'm not going to do that. If we were on Twitch, maybe if we were on Kick, I could get away with that. And still, I would not do that because that's exposing a lot of people to unnecessary stuff. Okay. My version of the Star Destroyer. So this right here is awesome. Cast Cutter. Yeah, I didn't want to go down that route. Unrelated, but VPN sales are the highest in Utah compared to any other state. They are very high here. Yes, and that is a way to get around it. That's not what the stream's about. Okay, so it's so crazy what people are making in Starfield. This right here, actually, will this pop up the... Oh, I thought I was already in this. Yeah, I want to zoom in. So we're going to get into the games now. I don't actually use a VPN very often. I should, though. I just get tired of setting them up and everything. So these are cannons. I think these are... those are missile launchers. Some of these are cannons or probably ion or something like that. Would it be ion? That's like Star Wars. That's Star Wars, but yeah. I can't believe someone made this and it works. It looks like it's even like flying potentially. But there you go. Who says creativity does not exist out there? So yeah. Wow. Brian, you don't like this? This is awesome. Yeah, they had other... That's so... Oh, I do love the thrusters on the back, too. That's awesome. Okay. Let's... Raichi, when I bought XCOM on Android, it didn't say disgusting. Why is 2K selling me this ugly game? I was, wow, I can play XCOM on my phone. That's true. It's true, but that's I think that's a little bit different. Like fighting games, especially nowadays, need to be decent. Yeah, Brian. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. I do ... a lot too, and I'm always like, I probably should not do that because sometimes people might think, oh, I'm bored or something like that. But no, I do ... because I'm thinking, and I think when I type apparently, and you gotta love my ads that I get. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 is downloaded on my PC and my Steam Deck. I have not played it yet, but from my understanding, plays really well on the Steam Deck. There's one exception, and this is but with two massive caveats. One of them is going to be, I haven't even looked at all of this. I've just looked at other things. The big one is a lot of people, and you'll see in the reviews, are not happy that it's always online. I will have to say, and then some people are like, this is how old of a game this is. I can play this back on the PS3 or whatever without any issues. And it's like, cool, go do that. Like, this is a remake. I mean, if you look at the graphics on this thing, this looks better. Okay, so I don't know what to say. This might be a PS4 actually. Originally came out on PS4. The Switch couldn't maintain 30 frames lock while the deck shreds through 60 frames lock, which is awesome. The Switch is just such a garbage machine now when it comes. Okay, that'd be a horrible thing to clip. It's just past its prime. It's been past its prime for like 3 years. It's just when you're talking about new games coming out that aren't built for it, that's where it's kind of a garbage thing. I still like the Switch. I want to preface that. It's just I really want them to upgrade. Yeah, always Cascador, I lost connection in Tony Hawk on my deck, no problems. Yeah, no, here's the thing. I think to start it you have to be online. Once you lose a connection, it's probably not too bad. Just depends. I agree. I don't like always on, but I also have the game on my PlayStation 4 and I can just play there if I really like. At the end of the day, I don't like this. I will be with people shouting about it, but it's not going to ruin it for me, and I'm still going to play it. I love Tony Hawks. I skateboard. I chariot around the neighborhood with my Loki steed, my dog. He likes, so I push myself, I get going, and then I have a leash with a harness on him, and Loki likes to pull me around the neighborhood, and it wears him out. He needs all the energy out because he's a corgi and he needs tons. He has tons of energy, and I get pulled around and have a fun time on my skateboard. Gundorian, I remember the originals being offline. Oh no, the originals are offline. My point is that you can go play the originals if you really want. Go play it on the N-Gage. I had an N-Gage way back. I don't know if anyone remembers the N-Gage, and I played Tony Hawk 1 and 2 on it. What I'd love to see is Tony Hawk 3 and 4 come out. I'd love to see those and some of the other Tony Hawks. Albeit I love 1 and 2, but I also had a ton of fun with the other ones. Yeah, Gondorian Slayer. Engage the tiny handle. Yes. Brian, every game they've released has been hitting the Switch's hardware ceiling. Yeah, even Zelda had a lot of issues with it. Cascador medium settings is the default. It doesn't like the menus on deck. They can drop frames per second. Gameplay is 60 frames per second 99% of the time. That is hilarious. That's awesome. This is a game that works really well with high frames, so that's really good to know. Tony Hawk Underground, that's it. But I really liked Tony Hawk Undergrounds. I that's the kind of customizations that I liked. I like the story mode. I am a skater, especially back in my teenage years. I skated a ton, like a ton. My day was skating, playing video games. That was it. Gundorian, I heard Rockstar release Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Switch, or is it coming to it? Yeah, I'm hearing that, but I'm wondering if they're going to do the Switch 2 because they're bragging with the Switch 2. And we'll get to that here. In fact, maybe we should get to that before we get to more games. Switch 2 news, because there is, let's see, everything we know. I think it's going to come out in, okay. Nintendo has previously ruled out releasing a new console before the end of March. 2024. It's coming out next year. The leaks I've read, everything I've read is coming out. It's going to be coming out, and like this says, Q3 or 4 of 2024. 100%. Slap $100 down on that. Whoever wants to take me up. It's coming in 2024. And now has a Switch game scheduled through summer 2024. The latest release on the current schedule is Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, which has been given a summer 20. That doesn't mean much, though. So it doesn't matter. This could be both compatible. There's a lot of things that come into it. I would not put it into that. So will the Switch 2 be backwards compatible? Let's see. Yeah, it remains unclear. I have a feeling that, I don't know. I think they're going to get a ton of hate if it's not backwards compatible. And they're using the same chipset maker, NVIDIA. It should be able to do it, depending on how they build it. It really depends, though. We'll see. Yeah, Nintendo's records suggest they will make the Switch 2 backwards compatible, but we'll see. Technical hurdles could be in there. Yeah, I think I already pretty much mentioned everything that's pretty much new that you might not have known. That I'm pretty much going to guarantee is coming in 2024. Most likely holidays. That's when they like to release this consoles, but sometime in 2024. Yeah. Underground is when I got into this series, and it was great because the story actually taught you moves that I still remember today. Right, Cascoder? Tony Hawk Underground is awesome. Gondorian, Nintendo seems to be quietly confirming it now. Yeah. Chris wanted to buy Diablo 4, but I wish it had it play offline. But I wish they had it play offline. Yeah, Diablo 4 is one of those always on, like that one kind of makes sense. It's kind of meant to be, you jump in and the world is supposed to be alive of other players. I get it. It is annoying. Once again, it's another one of those things. It's like with the battery. I have tons of games that are offline. I have tons of games I can play that are offline. I'm usually online, almost no matter where I go. Not a big deal. It's an inconvenience, and in today's world, when I'm the age I'm at, I'm inconvenienced by so much stuff. So what's another thing? Whatever. It's when they start doing everything like that, which they're starting to go towards more and more, is where that's where I'm like, don't like this. And I do agree with people, and I want to be on board. I don't want to. I will play that game still. I'm not a true activist. When I first played Tony Hawk, it was from a friend on PlayStation 1. He lent me his PlayStation 1 copy. It was so nice. Shag, was on the old podcast. I'm gonna try to see if I can get him on this stream or the Brink stream one of these days, and you can meet him. He's an awesome guy. The listing was a typo. It was a Brazilian listing for a Red Dead Redemption 1. Even that might be too much for the Switch. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, guys. So we got the RoboCop. Oh, we never got to RoboCop before. What's his face got off? So wait, is this been reviewed then? Oh, this got an 8 out of 10. So the Assassin's Creed Mirage review. One of the things is that they have a filter that you can turn on to make it look more like the original Assassin's Creed that came out forever ago. It's a very similar setting in some ways, I guess. But if you like the original Assassin's Creed, you want to look a little bit more like that, they have a filter for it. That being said, I am not the biggest fan of the original's art style, and I'd actually prefer a little bit of a better, like a little bit more colors to pop. Empire of Noise. Why does the Legion Go pre-order in the UK go up? I do not know. That's a good question. I do not know. Try going to the Best Buy UK, because I think there's a Best Buy UK. I don't know if they're working with Best Buy in UK, but I'd recommend checking that out. They have a filter mode now. That's a new feature. Yeah, it's like the settings, I think. Cascoder, oh, that Batman collection on Switch was abruptly delayed. It was set to come out this month. Yeah, that's true. It was delayed. I bet you, Cast, that maybe Switch too, man. There's a lot of things that I don't know. If I was a publisher, you can make some money, but would you want the hate? Like MK1 is getting rolled on the Switch. I made fun of it, and if I'm making fun of it, it's bad. Yeah. Like I did a podcast, a week or two ago on it. There we go. Yeah, let's see what this is saying. Does hearing Assassin's Creed Mirage is around 20 hours instead of 100 make you want to play it more or less? More, 100%. Empire, thanks for the answer. I think it carries Amazon and EE that I've seen so far in the UK. Yeah, you're probably going to want to type in Legion Go UK pre-order, and I bet you're going to get advertisers from those places. So that's the hard part about the distribution system in Europe is similar. Like UK and Europe, because of the whole trade issues that leaving the European Union caused for the UK, could change maybe the way that you buy it, but for the most part, Europe has a distribution system. Asia has a distribution system. You got the Americas that potentially have a similar distribution system, could be split up into North and South, and then you have like Australia that gets lumped into Asia sometimes. So, Gundorian, Europe industry is a little bit different. Yes. Yeah, it is. The European Union and Europe and UK and all that is a very complex thing, even more so nowadays. I would honestly like to see, Assassin's Creed 8 or Mirage, Assassin's Creed Mirage back to basics approach is a successful first step in returning to the stealth style that launched the series. Yeah, it looks like a take on the original. Beyond that, I'll be very honest.
You asked me once about this memory.
The next Assassin's Creed I will probably play is the one in Japan.
It was lost. I worried
that one looks awesome. It's going to be an Unreal 5. It looks good, and I'm really curious to see from a game developer standpoint how they do with the world building in it, like with the new API with Unreal 5. This does look good though. Like colors pop a little bit more that I'd want to see than the original. It still doesn't look bad. I mean, I grew up in a desert though, so sometimes desert games aren't as appealing. Yeah. Unreal 5. Gundorian, do you know what Unreal 5 is? So Unreal 5 is, and maybe I will probably be, because this is Games Revealed, and I want to Europe reviewers are saying it plays like the last game, Valhalla. Isn't Valhalla really large though? Valhalla is another one. I think I bought it and I do want to play that. So scratch that. Valhalla also looks awesome. I do want to play that. I just haven't done it yet because I know if I sit down and play that one, then yeah. Assassin's Creed 3 was weird, and I didn't mind it. I just got bored halfway through it. Black Flag, loved it. And that's it. If Lowe's here, Lowe quite liked Valhalla. Valhalla is a bit different from Odyssey gameplay wise. Odyssey is also another one that I'm interested in too. So yeah, a lot of those. It's just this. I was the first 2 or 3 I watched a friend beat. I didn't care about it. Is Mirage out? It probably comes out tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say this is a review. It's probably a little ahead. The embargo lifted. I'm curious what Mikkel has to say on this because he does tons of reviews. If he's reviewed this one, I don't know how he does it. There's just no way. That's why there's a reason why I've tried and stopped doing a lot of different things, and I don't do reviews because I couldn't do it. I can give you my opinion on what I've seen, what I've played, and stuff like that, but it takes a lot to do a review. I love Black Flag so much. I really do, but I want to be a samurai. Yeah. Cascoder damn shows how much I care about Assassin's Creed to not even know it was releasing tomorrow. Okay, Cascoder, we all know what people really want, and that is Alan Wake.
And the trick is not to end up as either.
Is this playing desktop?
But trapped by the genre.
They want Alan Wake 2. That's what people want. It's coming out on the 28th, I believe. Oh, you got that, like, the original Alan Wake has this, like, they like to play off of TVs. It's a Remedy Entertainment who does Max Payne specialty. They have the live action or live action-esque times. They meld realities, and they like to mess with things a lot. I love that about Alan Wake, and I loved it about Max Payne. Empire. I've been playing Max Payne 2, been going all retro. Dude, honestly, that's a good call out. I should go back and play Max Payne 1 and 2. 2? Loved it. I liked Max Payne 1. Max Payne 2 just evolved that series just a little bit better, and I really liked it. I have not played Max Payne 3 yet. It came out when I was living in Russia, I believe, and so I just didn't have access to it with what I was doing there. You can kick Spartans and Athenians off the cliff. Gondorian, oh my gosh. Dude, that's one that you should probably play, Chad. If you're here, Chad, you should probably play the Assassin's Creed if you have not. You'd probably really like that series. Lots of ship fightings, but with arrows and javelins. Interesting. But I like pirates, though. So, the 27th. Okay. This is one I will probably be streaming for my Halloween special stuff. Because I love Alan Wake. I like the psychological horror that it brings, and from what I'm hearing, and you didn't hear me say this from anyone, it dives deeper into the horror aspect, which is good. It feels like the original Alan Wake is good, but it has a lot of flaws when it comes to its gameplay. This sounds like they really worked all those issues out. Now, the problem is Alan Wake 2 is only going to be for the Epic Store, and I think it's exclusive, not timed exclusive, just exclusive. That being said, it will probably, I wonder if I can get a copy. That'd be awesome. If I get a copy, maybe I'll do a giveaway or two of this. I will be getting into, yeah. Really, like when big games come out, I will be getting into giveaways, just so people know more. While I prefer Black Flag throwing enemies, kicking works. You can kick predators too. Has boars, wolves, predators like an Alien versus Predator. Can you kick aliens? Got Alan Wake 1, but never played it. Empire. It doesn't hold up as much as I would like. It's a good one to play on the deck because it's going to play well. If you're really into stories, then you can easily get through the gameplay because the story, very thought-provoking, very like all over the place. If you don't like a story that's really hard to understand or not smooth, it's not like Halo where it's like this man here, this man there. I go there, I shoot alien. Ooga booga. I think Halo's story is oversimplified and sometimes too vague. I think Halo is great, and I think the story is not bad. I don't play Halo for the story per se. I play it for the gameplay. The story is okay. I like Master Chief and all that, and I've read some of the books. The books are pretty good, actually. But I like more impressive stories. Yeah, I know Gondorian. I was kidding about the Predator. Lions type Predators. I think one of them is Tom Clancy's title has Predator. Yeah. Okay. So Alan Wake 2, definitely one I recommend picking up. It's most likely not going to play amazing on the deck as it's Unreal 5. It's Epic exclusive. They probably don't even have it on the radar to make it run well on the deck. It will probably run pretty well on the Legion and the Ally though. So I'll let people know, of course, and I need to figure that all out. We'll get into that a little bit. My game plan for the next while. Gundorian, I'd love to kick a Predator though. In a game, yes. In real life, you would not have a leg after you kick the Predator. Super Mario Brothers Wonder is going to be coming out on the 20th, so just keep an eye on that. It's coming out for, what is it? The Switch and Steam Deck? Do you see that, guys? Is it coming out for the Steam Deck too? Okay. We'll see. They might have their new DRM with this. We'll see how easy it is to play this on the deck. So just a little caveat there for Steam Deck people. The Super Mario Brothers Wonder might be a hard one to emulate on the deck. You can look at the graphics, though. There shouldn't be anything hard to emulate about this. It's the DRM. Usually there's ways around DRM, but we'll see. Just as a heads up out there, if you're looking to play the next Mario. I like Mario games. It will be really interesting to see it if this is available. Brian, I need to get through Spider-Man 2 first here, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on Alan Wake 2 and Mario Wonder. Yes. Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2 is going to be great. And that's another reason. Maybe during the holidays, I'll take a lot of time off and I'll just play through the Spider-Man. I bet I'll like it. I have so many other games I know I'm going to like, and I just have a hard time getting into Spider-Man. Chris, I can't wait for Black Myth, Wukong, and GTA 6. Yeah. GTA 6 will be interesting to see when that one comes out. I mean, they say a couple years, but we'll see. Too many damn games, man. So many to play. There are. Cascoder. For those who are hard pressed between Mario and Spider-Man, remember that Zelda leaked 2 weeks early. So any day now. Oh gosh. True that. Oh, is this like the okay. That's right. This doesn't come out until next year though. This looks pretty good though. It's making me think of Jade a little bit, which was an awesome game. And I'd love to see a Jade remake. As I don't think I ever got to finish that game. I watched someone else beat it. Now, as far as getting through some horror games or Halloween games, if you've never played the classic Atari adventure Haunted House, they have a remake that's, I think they just wanted to say Atari Adventure so it looked, so it looked good, or SEO or something like that. This game looks like it's actually going to be kind of fun, especially for me and my son. So if you like simpler, more kiddie games, this will be a good game to play with your with kids, with yourself. If you I like Luigi's Mansion on my own, so screw the kids. Give me Luigi's Mansion. This looks semi-similar. It looks like it could be some fun. I'm just throwing it out there that this is a game you might want to try out. I probably will play great on the deck, honestly, unless it has a point and click, which still you have the trackpads. Swinging at 250 frames, Spider-Man 2 with FSR 3. Crazy. I like that. Man. Mario Wonder has a lot of online features based on that direct breakdown. It'll be interesting to see how it'll work on Steam. On the Steam Deck, you mean? It will be. There's a lot. Yeah. Maybe it's an always online game. There's no way a Switch could be always online. Empire. So how many of you are getting the Legion Go? I am getting a Legion Go. Wolf. Actually, Cascoder, I don't know if I made you. One of you guys should make a poll. Let's do a poll. If someone can make a poll. Cascoder, I have to carry through SM2 before my trip to Mexico at the end of the month, so the under 30-hour platinum is perfect for me. Okay, yeah, I get that. With Spider-Man 2. Next game on the list is Slay the Princess. And Empire of Noise, by the way, if we don't do to get the poll done here, we'll do it next time, or I'll do a poll. In fact, you could probably just keep an eye out for YouTube. I will probably do a YouTube poll, so keep an eye out there. Chalice, I'm not happy with my deck. What's wrong with your deck? I thought you were a modcast. I don't think I can make you a mod right now. I keep on forgetting. I do apologize. Oh my gosh, it's broken. Okay, well, oh crap. Did I just break the scroll on this? Wow, weird. Chris, any fans for Mario Movie 2, 2024? Oh, 100%. Huge fan. I'll go take my son to see it. I liked the Mario movie. I thought it was a really good movie. In fact, they balanced it so well. But what's even better is I have kids, so I have a justification to go see these things. I enjoy it. He enjoys it. I enjoy that he enjoys it. I'm passing on, legacy of gaming and all these other things. I love it. Oh, that's right, Cascader on Twitch. You are. I will release. I need to do it anyways, but I'll be releasing a YouTube poll that you can vote on Games Revealed. So just keep an eye out for that, and I will be asking what people are going to be buying. People were very interested in the Legion Go, though. But I'll include Steam Deck, Legion Go, and the Ally Plus. I'll try to get the next most popular device, but maybe we'll do a couple of different types of polls with that this month. Slay the Princess. If you want a store, what is this? It's not like a click and point, but it's one of those. It's like a visual novel. You kind of play through. I think there is a little bit of clicking and all that. If you want something that's very artistic and looks interesting, I actually do think this looks like a fun game. I honestly do. I wouldn't have brought it up. Normally these types of games, I'm like, I don't have time. But this one, I'm also a big horror fan, so this is one that I wanted to throw out there for people. Stray Souls is another one that looks interesting. It looks like another one of those. Let's see. Enter a world of nightmares in this third-person action horror inspired by the classic of the genre. Fight terrifying creatures, solve mind-bending puzzles, and unravel a horrid family secret to expose the chilling truth behind your existence. I don't like that description. It's very vague, and it's like every other horror movie / game. You got some like forest going on here. You got like in the sense like the forest. It's in a forest, but you got the forest kind of game going on here. The story looks like it's going to be creepy enough, eerie enough, and it's going to be, even though the protagonist or whoever he is looks very generic, it will be very fun. So I think this will be good. Now, it arrives October 25th. They need to change their release date. That's hilarious. So Stray Souls arrives on October 25th. We'll see how well it does, but it does look pretty good. Versus Evil Friend. Wait, what's this? Is this like, is this the company that makes this? Okay. Yeah. A lot of indie first-person kind of games, kind of stuff I make myself. Okay. But PlayStation Portal on it, considering it is sold out. Okay, yeah, no, the PS Portal is also one I put on there, and it's also one that did really well. Yeah, I'll put that on there. And being sold out doesn't mean anything. It's going to be sold out for the Christmas season, and who knows how many they bought and everything. They probably were very reserved with that. Empire of Noise, the Ionio Kun looks nice. It does look nice. Eureka, wait and see for the Go. I got the Steam Deck. Yes, 100%. Honestly, I think if you're pretty happy with the Steam Deck, don't fret. If this is your hobby, then yeah, it's fun to talk about it. If you have a Steam Deck, there's other things that you should potentially be buying. A couple of different games that I'd recommend buying. Dead Space from the beginning of this year is an awesome game. It should be bought. Rachie, I have many horror visual novels. We should write about our experience before Halloween. Ooh. Wait. We should write about our experience before Halloween? What are you talking about? Rachie, you're going to have to chat with me on like Twitch or something about that. I'm curious about your idea. I have a lot of stuff I want to do always. I'm trying to limit it. We have, if you go to Discord, we do, and I will get to your stuff, Chad, a little later. We do have an event going on. If I can find it. Wait, where did it go? Did it go away? Well, this needs to be pinned. This is it, though. So, Zombieland, Nightmare. So we have this channel. I'm not going to go through every movie, but I've already watched 4 of the movies on this list, and I'm going to get through more of them. If you do get through it, you'll be part of a special mentions, and then also in a video, and then also we'll see if anyone gets through it. We'll see. I'm always over optimistic at how many people want to do this, and we did vote on a lot of these movies as whether it be on Twitch or whatever. And I know this is a little beyond games revealed, but I figured it'd be something fun. It would have done games, but there would have been one game because like a month to beat a bunch of games is impossible, but movies is pretty easy. I will even include, if there's enough people, a couple of giveaways. We'll do some giveaways with this too, if there's enough people that finish it. And then I also have a bonus one. And bonus one gets extra special praise for me. You'll be my new favorite. Let's see here. Empire, the Ionio-kun does look nice. Chris, can we do a poll on who pre-orders the Lenovo Legion Go and who's not? Yeah, I have to set out and create it, and then it blocks the chat for me. The reason I don't do a lot of polls right here is because it blocks my chat and I can't read your guys' newer stuff. No Troll 2. No Troll 2. No Leprechaun in the Hood. Wait, is that a movie? I know there's The Leprechaun. I think it's just The Leprechaun, right? No, that's not. If I was to put every horror movie on that list, I had to make it balanced so everyone was happy. There's funny, scary, there's whimsical. We got everything for everyone. So yes. Okay. So there's Leprechaun in the Hood. I'm not surprised. The thing I remember about the Leprechaun movie, or which I can't remember which one it is, was him pogoing on a guy. That's how he killed the guy. He was on a pogo stick and pogoed on him. And I was thinking of System of a Down, the pogo song, the pogo stick song. The Real Savage, yes. I love how this is when you jump in. Man, you are the Real Savage. You had to make sure that I knew that the Leprechaun in the Hood is a thing. Okay. Like I said, I will try to, it's just the poll is going to be a little difficult to do, but I will try to do a poll for everyone that wants a poll. It just won't be during the stream. Just keep an eye out on it. It will be on Games Revealed soon. I do a lot of polls on there, actually. Really, if you're watching my content enough, you'll see the poll when you scroll through Games Revealed pretty quickly. Brian, hey, that was when campy horror was mainstream. I loved Evil Dead for the same reason. I like campy horror. I like all sorts. I like B horrors and stuff like that. I just like it. It has a sequel too, Back to the Hood. Oh my gosh, oh no. And sorry, yes, I've been waiting to play Valhalla Brink. Okay, Chad. Yeah, I kind of figured. Yeah. You need to play Cyberpunk first, though. Okay. Okay. Can you download the gameplay? Okay, it comes out on November 2nd. We're going to have to call it. I will have to say, RoboCop does look pretty good. It's just, I think, as an aim assist, though, it looks like System Shock 2 in that it's like parts of it doesn't feel like it's meant to be an amazing looking game. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm not going to show you, but my hair is almost red. The dye job that I did a week ago did not hold very well. I'm going to re-dye it. How do you do the movie thing? So, Chris, how the movie thing goes is that all you have to do, if you look at it, let's see here. Just throw a movie, like the movie in here that you're watching. You got Loki here watching Renfield. We watched Tucker and Dale twice. Hocus Pocus. I think we have one more we need to add up here we haven't done yet. But that's how we kind of been doing it. I just want people to have fun. If you say you did it, I'll put you in. But it's just meant to be fun. There's a bunch of these movies I haven't seen in a long time or I haven't seen before and I wanted to watch them. Like The Lost Boys, I haven't seen it. The Cabin in the Woods, I haven't seen it in a decade plus. I haven't seen Pandorum in a decade plus, and I actually like Pandorum. I'm also building a space. I don't know if it's horror, but horror-esque game. So any type of a game a game or story I can consume that's sci-fi, down for it. Yeah. Brian, Cabin in the Woods is solid. It really is solid. So that's what the plan is. You'll be mentioned. I will be doing some streaming. I need to get my schedule more solidified for this month. I have a lot of things just up in the air right now, but we'll be doing quite a bit of streaming with the, what's it called? I still have Cyberpunk to stream some more of. In fact, I think I will. I'm going to stream a little bit on Twitch tonight. So if you guys want to continue watching, you can go over there in like a few minutes. But I do want to sit down and actually talk about my roadmap a little bit. I want to get your guys' ideas on this. I'm going to be I did this almost a year ago, a survey. And it will include giveaways like that are auto-generated this time. I'm not doing this anymore of trying to do giveaways and not have it work out. It's going to be auto-generated giveaways. Chad, dude, The Lost Boys is a great movie. I have not seen it before. I could have seen it, who knows, but it would have been a very long time ago. I think it came out like the year I was born or around the time I was born. So we're going to be doing a survey. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I do have a couple of secret plans that I'll be revealing more and more of, especially to people that subscribe to Games Revealed. Speaking of, let me do that real quick too. I am partnered up with Aver. Is it Aver? A-V-E-R, Aver Media. I do have a unique link that I get commission off of. Let's see here. Empire Lost Boys is old. It really is old. So if you go to here and if you use, and I'm going to be promoting this more in a lot of different places. If you use the code Games Revealed in there, I get a commission and you also get a discount of, let's see, on most of the stuff you get a discount of 6%. So you'll get a 6% discount, and some of these items are actually really good. A lot of live streaming. If you thought about becoming a content creator, whatever it is, there's a lot of good stuff there. I'm getting the special capture card. They have a couple of really good capture cards, and I'm getting a special one from them. So throwing that out there. I've partnered up with them to get some stuff to help me with streaming and also just to get used to this whole partnership kind of thing. Chad is a butt. He won't watch 13 Ghosts with me. Oh, come on, Chad. You got to watch it. You want to watch a good Halloween movie? Terrifier 2. Nice. I'm gonna add that. Okay. So, to just finalize what I'm talking about with the channel and everything like that, I have not been releasing a lot of regular videos that are like 10 minutes. I do want that to change. I'm not making any promises right now. The reason I say that is I keep on making promises and I'm not fulfilling them. I am going to stop with that's why I say some of my stuff's secret, whatever it is, I overpromise. I am going to stop doing that. I am still working on the Revealed project. I'm still working on the Games Revealed project, which is the website. I'm still working on my video game. I'm working on my podcast. And then I obviously my streaming with the Brink and all that. I'm not going. Those are my priorities. My priority is my game first and foremost. And I'm not going to officially announce it yet, but you're going to be able to get updates. I'm going to be doing weekly updates. This is not a promise. This is the game plan. This is my game plan that I'm thinking of. Weekly updates of a journey or journal, like a game journal or journey update on the Brink's channel with my game. Once I'm not going to announce when, but that will be a thing in the near future. I will be streaming more In fact, I'm curious, do you guys really like me doing, like, I want to obviously structure this to be game and hardware news on this, and I really want to get more structured, and I do have a plan for that. I also have a plan to do more specialty streams where I actually use hardware and do all the stuff with it, build stuff, replace things, all that. I have that too. Chris, can you do a giveaway where you pick like 5 people out of the chat? I can. Here's the problem. In the past, it's been very time consuming to do those giveaways. Yes, it is a lot of work. Once I have a bot or something, because there's a couple bots and some other stuff that will like give you codes like I did a week ago. Once I have it automated enough, then I will be doing more giveaways. That's the hardest part, is me having to fulfill the giveaway becomes very troublesome. Once I get to a certain point, I will have things set up where you're gonna have to create social codes or something like that. It sounds bizarre, but like, you just make sure you have an account on Games Revealed and have it linked to your chat, and then you'll be a part of the giveaway. Then I can do it, and I don't have to worry about fulfilling it. It'll be all automated. In fact, if you guys didn't know this, we still have 5 codes out there. I don't know if Wolf knew this. And Wolf has not watched The Lost Boys yet. That would be a fun one to do as a full server, but we'll see. There are 5 giveaways still out there for games on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. My thumbnails have them hidden. I believe Wolf and I double checked to make sure that they're visible. They're visible. You just need to go find them. 5 games are still available to claim at, I don't remember what the code is called anymore, Wolf. It's the last stream. The last stream will have the website in there. Yeah, I don't know. Vercel. I'm not going to expose my Vercel stuff, so we're not going to worry about that. But yes, there's a website out there that you can go and exchange. It's kind of the start of the whole process of doing all this. So I have my system, because really, honestly, what I wanted to end up doing is giving you guys good content. I want to give you guys good. Rachie, the problem, you can write a dot and the link will say already claimed. Write a dot? The problem, you can write a dot and the link will say already claimed. Are you saying I'm going to cheat the system? Oh, well, yeah, in the website, if you do put something that's not valid, I'll just say it's already claimed. I don't want people to try to cheat the system. In the sense, I don't want people to try doing hacks and all that. So, hacks, that's whatever. I just made it so that it was a little finicky, Rachie. So it's not quite, it does work. And plenty of people have already, 10 people have already claimed. We have 5 more that people need to claim though. So yeah, Rachie. And I think we took down the 10, or at least the near 10, we've swapped them already out. Wolf has done that. So, Rachie, so I don't know if it was made an error or it was already claimed. Oh, a dot? If you put the codes in and it said it's claimed, it's claimed. If you put a dot into it and it says it's claimed, that's me just giving you a BS error that I just don't want to screw around with. So, in the future, all the giveaways will be, you'll have to have a login. So they'll be tagged to your account. So you don't have to write down the code or anything right when you get it. If you get what I'm saying. Yes. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Wolf. That's the AVR media. Let's see. Vercel. So would you guys be against me doing this stream on Twitch and on the Brink? Like if I did hardware and news and everything, change this to the Brink. So I'm only streaming there. But the more I read into it, streaming doesn't hurt your YouTube channel, but sometimes, I don't know, I've read multiple things. I'm not saying I'm moving it over there. I'm just trying to think about what people are going to want more, because that's where I stream a lot more. And it would be nice to have like 3 streams a day or a week on my Twitch, the Brink. And a lot of the stuff I do here, I already do there. I play more games there, but I'll do this type of stuff over there too. I've just been very consistent on here, and I'd hate to kind of break that consistency because I've been doing this for over a year. I think this is it. This is it right here. Right here, guys. I will throw it in here. So if you go to, I don't know what this is going to pop up with. Oh, yeah. I don't know. For some reason, now it's always
there is
now.
An all-new.
Okay. If you go and look through all my thumbnails on my channel, you'll see hidden codes. The easiest thing is just go to Games Revealed channel, and you can go through all my codes or all my thumbnails and see a code, and you enter it in this. These are already taken, by the way, so if we do this, it will either say loading. Well, yeah, already claimed. So that's how I put the error state in. I just don't want people to screw around. There's 5 codes out there. Maybe we'll redact them after another week or 2 and then just release it. Okay, so my plans. I'm working on my game more. I don't know how much people really care about the game or not, but I'm working on the game more. I will try to do some series on the Games Revealed because, Games Revealed. I want to focus partially on some more behind the scenes on games, game development, maybe game developers. I've been talking about a podcast potentially with that. I like hardware and I like games. I'm just trying to decide the direction for all this because I know a lot of people follow me for the hardware, and I like doing the hardware streams, news, all that other stuff. I'm just trying to get into, like I always have, a nice flow on everything. I'm not going to bore you guys much more with this. I'm going to have a master plan. I'm not saying things are going to change or not. I'm not giving any promises right now. What I am going to promise is that I want to make better content for you guys. So no matter what, whether that comes in the form of a video game and some videos along with that on the Brink and this channel, or if it comes with a new podcast or with some other stuff, you can expect more from me soon. No matter what. I've been doing a lot of prototyping with my game though, and I really just after the last year, that is the one thing I would like to do the most in my life, is to know that I've released a video game. Doesn't mean I need to be a game developer the rest of my life, but it's one thing I've always wanted to do. Chris, do we do it now or after we've done with the chat? You can do it after you're done with. I'm going to be done soon, Chris. But yeah, that website I showed you will be up for a while. It's going to get converted into something else. You'll still have codes and stuff you can find. That we'll have some fun with the giveaways. Don't get me wrong. It's just, yeah, we'll get there. Right now, look through the Games Revealed thumbnails. If you see a code, try to put the code in. If the code doesn't work, and it doesn't say already, well, if it doesn't work and you're pretty sure it hasn't been claimed, then you can always message us and we'll verify with you a photo of the thumbnail, and that's it, in Discord, and we'll just verify for you. With that, if you want to watch me play a little bit of Cyberpunk, maybe chat about this a little bit more on twitch.tv, /the Brink. I will probably start dual streaming again. I've watched some people that recommend dual streaming again. I might dual stream on YouTube and Twitch and potentially Kick again. I know I'm not partnered, but I'm affiliated on Twitch, but apparently you're not really going to get in trouble. So if you don't like Twitch, I'd recommend most people do Twitch because it's fun, and I'm going to have some more links and some more stuff on there. Point spending and all that. I am in the midst of making everything much better. That's why I'm not committing to more content right now, is I want to make sure all the bases are where I want them to be. Also, shop.gamesreveal.com has the Halloween merch is back. You can go there. I will try to discount it again. I don't think I've lowered the prices since last year, but I'm not looking to make money off the merch. I'd rather people buy the merch and enjoy the merch for now. And then in the future, I'll make money off of it. So any money right now goes to paying people that help me. Yes, Wolf's 100% correct on that. So with that, thank you guys for sticking around for this long. Thank you for chatting with me. I really want to make this a much better channel, much better experiences for everyone, and I enjoy you guys chatting and engaging with me. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video or in tonight's stream that's going to be there for a little bit. If you could, do me a huge favor, like this video. I know I was a little late into it. Subscribe, maybe even comment when this is done. It helps. The engagement helps me, and in some ways, I do, like, becoming a member gives you unlocked content that there's like 12 bonus levels if you didn't know this. Becoming a member of Games Revealed does do that. And then also, if you can't monetarily support me, fine. Commenting and helping engage to grow the channel is a big help too. And sharing like the podcast, it makes me super happy. At the end of the day, if you want to subscribe and follow me, or not subscribe, but follow me over at Twitch, that would also really help. Even if you don't plan on being there a lot, still following does help. So thank you so much for everyone's support and for all you guys do. Let's keep on keeping on. Peace out, guys. Later. See you over